Hey guys, this is Stephanie Farron, the Technology Facilitator at Butler High School, and this quick Tech Talk video is about how to create and then use instructional videos within your classroom. For many of you, you've been working in Canvas, you've started to put work in there for your students to submit and to look at, and so a logical next step is to create videos that your students can look back at. Perhaps you want the students to watch the video because they were absent. Maybe you want them to watch the video as a review tool. Maybe you want the students to create a video as a review tool. Or maybe you just want to start creating an archive of some lessons that are difficult lessons for your students to look back at over time. So let's talk about creating the instructional videos. There's really two things that we need to look at. One is what tool we should use, and two, what are we using that tool for? So starting with the tool suggestions, here is my 2 cents. One, there are tons of products out there that you can make videos with. They are free and they're paid. My suggestion is start with a free version, make sure you figure out all the quirks of the system, decide if that's something you want, and then consider whether or not you'd want the paid version. Also, stick with one of these. I've used all of these, and there's many more than the ones I'm listing, and it can be overwhelming, and you'll forget which tool does what. So I can post charts and handouts and other things, but the bottom line is pick the one that works best for you and stick with it, and then it will make your life so much easier. So you want to pay attention to the length of video recording that allows you to do, how you can save the video file, and what it will play back in. For example, YouTube is the most common suggestion. So I'm going to go through each of these, and then I'll briefly show you a little bit about each of the tools. So Screencastify is an extension that will work in Chrome, and you can record off of the website, and I'll show you how that looks in just a moment. The benefit of that is you can record both off of a Chromebook and on a laptop. So that's a great tool. Screencast-O-Matic has been around for a while. It does the same thing. It is though a program that will open up to record. So unless you're going to be using their extension in a Chromebook, it won't work. Snagit had been a free version, and now you can only do a free trial before you have to switch to the paid version. So although Snagit is a great tool, there are limitations there. Google Hangouts is obviously free for all of us, but unless we have the district permissions, we cannot record our Hangout. If you have a personal account, Hangout is a great option. You can always go old school and use your cell phone. Just be careful you don't want to look like the Blair Witch Project and have it all jittery. Canvas is a great tool. A lot of you are already using it, and you can record straight in that platform. So that is an excellent option for most of you. If you have a Mac, Imovie, and also you have Imovie on your Apple phones and iPads. So Imovie is a great tool. The nice thing about that is it's a software platform, and it will allow you to edit. Most of these web-based versions will not. And then if you want to go really old school, Microsoft still has a program out there that's free and downloadable. It's Windows Movie Maker. Again, you'll want to probably use a laptop just because you're going to have a web-based camera enabled and a microphone. If you're going to use a desktop, you're going to need to purchase those two things. And then, as you know, our desktops, you do not have admin access, so you cannot install any of these programs that may or may not need to be installed. So I'll let you look at each of these briefly. We'll go into them more in depth if you come to the session. So this is Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic's been around for a long time. It gives you 15 minutes of free video recording time. You have to launch the recorder, which does require a separate program to come up. Obviously, I can't show you what it looks like here because I'm actually using it at the moment, but what it will do is it will put this little dotted square around your screen. You can adjust the size of that so that way you can hide part of your screen. Right now I'm doing a full screen recording so you can see all of my desktop, but you can adjust that. You do need to make all your adjustments with all of these programs before you begin. So you will be trial and error and using these a lot. In Screencast-O-Matic, you're allowed to use either the screen, the webcam, or both. So that's really super nice. And the other nice thing, and again, I can't show you because I'm actually using it, is when you save it, you can save it as a file, or you can save it and upload it straight to YouTube. So it's a super nice program. The next one I'm going to show you is Screencastify. Like I said, Screencastify you can find in the Chrome Web Store because it's actually an extension. It looks like a little film strip, if you remember that from the good old days, when you have that enabled in your Chrome web browser. What it will allow you to do is record directly off of your web browser, and when you finish, it saves automatically into your Google Drive, which is super nice, and then you can share it with other people. However, if you're watching the images roll through as I'm recording, you probably already saw Screencastify only lets you record up to 10 minutes of video. So you've got to think about what you're going to record. It is nice because, like I said, it does auto-save into your Google Drive if you don't want to put everything out there in the big wide world of YouTube. And then you can share it to YouTube as well. So that is a nice option. And like I said, this one does a really nice job if you're going to record off Chromebook. So if you're going to use this tool for your students to record, you might choose this one. We have Snagit. Snagit is a great tool that used to be free, but now they only give you a trial, and after I believe it's 30 days, you'll have to purchase it. Now, there is educational discount purchasing, but it's by volume discounts. So, of course, you can get 5 to 10 licenses and so on and so forth. Be careful of the licenses because you don't want your content to be somehow tied to the license, and if you don't renew your content, then you will lose the content. I don't think that's the case with this, but if there are free versions out there that you can use, that would be the better option than to go down a paid path where you have to pay every year to be able to use the product. And finally, the last quick version that I'm going to suggest to teachers is to actually use Canvas. So I'm in a Canvas page, and I just created an assignment. And then normally when I would type in the box my directions, which I still can, if I choose the icon right here, I can upload and record videos. And so we'll see if it will allow me to do both, record and record. So you might see me in just a brief moment. Alright, so here I am. I'm going to record on my page. When I finish, it automatically would save to the page so that the students could then watch my video again. So the nice thing about using Screencastify or Canvas, trying to get you so you can see me, hi guys, is that you then control the level of access for your students to use. You can do that as well with your YouTube channel, making things personal or not, but you just want to consider that when you are using a product, how out there you want your material. Other things to continue to consider is your max length of recording. Most free programs, the max length I've found anywhere is 15 minutes. So as a teacher, you're going to have to sit down and chunk and break down into little pieces. What is it you really want them to know? Maybe you need 4 videos of the lesson. Maybe you only need that 15-minute lesson to give them, this is how you do this assignment. You've got to really think about it. For some people, keeping it short and simple is great. For other people, it's going to help you to write out a script, to practice what you want to demonstrate. In Screencastify, you're recording in a tab in your Chrome browser, so you've got to be really careful if you're demonstrating a product that opens in a new tab, because then you'll be recording in the last tab. I'm speaking from the voice of experience here. So just be very careful and how you use the devices and what you're using it for. There's going to be a lot of trial and error. So again, I can't emphasize enough, don't try to look at every product, pick one and go from there. You might also want to consider whether or not you need sound or if you need your face. I have a problem listening back to my recordings. Maybe that you want to only demonstrate for them what to click and do and give them a handout instead of actually going step by step through that. How are your students going to find and watch your videos? Are you going to put links in on your Canvas pages, on your web pages? Are you going to make a YouTube channel and make it public? What are you doing this for? Is it going to be a one-shot deal, or are you going to keep going back and looking at it? It is going to be a lot of trial and error, as you can even hear in this video. I forgot to turn off my notifications, so you had a ping. If you're a perfectionist, this might not be the tool for you because you'll be doing your videos so many times, you might not get there. So we're going to take some time and go through it. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to create a YouTube channel, add playlists, and share your playlists. So in CMS, because YouTube is owned by Google, We control our YouTube channels, and as teachers, we should really take advantage of those channels. I know a lot of you use videos anyway when you are creating classes and showing things in classes, so a really good thing just for you organizationally is to start making playlists, so that way you know when you teach world history again next year, you already have the videos you need for the class and the unit. So I am logged in to my CMS account, and then I'm going to click my little icon up here on the right to come down to my channel. In your channel, think about this as social media meets YouTube. You can create and change the banner that people see. You can customize the channel and add anything about yourself. And then every time you upload a video, you can put them in your channel. Now, all these videos you can also organize by playlist. And they don't have to be your videos. So if you're using, I don't know, John Green's Crash Course to History, you can either subscribe to that channel, put it in your playlist for your courses, so that way you have it already together. So obviously I've been making a lot of videos, and then each of my videos I've been putting in a playlist. So let me click this Canvas one here for a minute. I don't want to actually hear myself talk. But the two things you want to make sure you know is once you upload it, you can then edit what comes up, okay, for people to find in YouTube. So the title, what the homepage or thumbnail would look like when they search for your topic, and any specific information or description that goes with it, and tags. One other thing you can do here is you can make it public, private, or unlisted. This is really important if you're doing content. For example, like when I made a video for Do I Know or Dino, I don't want the students to know how the teachers can see them, monitor them, so it's unlisted. So obviously you all can find the link, because I'm going to give you the link, but I'm not going to put it out there so the kids know all the passwords. And so that's the option. Most things, if it's not case sensitive or sensitive at all, would be public. And then you can create playlists. So right now I have a bunch of playlists, and I can add more at the bottom, and I can check multiple ones. So I can organize my YouTube channel then so that all my Canvas videos are together. So if you were searching me and wanted to know what I said about Canvas, you could find them all together. I can also take a video that I really like about Canvas from someone else and add it to my channel too, so that way when you're watching it, you'll see all those great videos together. And then finally, and most importantly, once you save all this, then all your channels will come up, and then I can actually send the information to everyone. So one of the things I can do is I could take my channel and I can send out that file, so that way everybody would get all my playlists on Canvas all together. So that way, if you ever need to know, or you can search for it. So if I want to send out all my videos on, what do we say, Canvas? Canvas, how to, 32 videos. So I'd click my folder for my playlist. I can play all of them. But I also, two things, I want to make sure they're public, so that if somebody's not logging into their YouTube channel at school, they have access to it. And then I can also send out this folder to everyone by clicking here and then looking at my folder. Uh-oh, here I am. Okay, and then I can find it. So remember, I want to come down, make sure that my channel is approved for CMS, and then I can come down and share my channel. I can either embed it, email it, or just copy the link and send that to you, and then you'll get all of my videos on Canvas. So what I think would be a really good thing moving forward is, as PLCs, start looking at, if you're common planning for your courses, hey, why don't you do the chapter 1 videos and I'll work on chapter 2, or this is a common thing that we have to reteach all the time. I will go ahead and make that video of it, and then we have it, and then we can all share it. We can all put it in the same type of playlist. We can all have it together. We can all embed it on our pages, and we can work smarter, not harder. I also really love, like I said, having a playlist, so that way I can see all the different things I've covered, find the video I need real quickly, or look back at it when I'm ready, because for some of you, you're not ready to look at it until much later. So I hope this helps, and good luck and happy videoing.